The Delhi Sultans, the rulers of Delhi, Rajput dynasty, Tomaras, early 12th century, 1165. Anangpala, 1130 to 1145. Chauhans, 1165 to 1192. Prithviraj Chauhan, 1175 to 1192. Early Turkish rulers, Qutbuddin Aibak, 1206 to 1210. Shamsuddin Iltutmish, 1210 to 1236. Razia, 1236 to 1240. Ghiyasuddin Balban, 1266 to 1287. Khilji dynasty, Jalaluddin Khilji, 1290 to 1296. Alaluddin Khilji, 1296 to 1316. Tughlaq dynasty, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, 1320 to 1324. Mahmud Tughlaq, 1324 to 1351. Firuz Shah Tughlaq, 1351 to 1388. 1 mark questions. Question number 1. When did Delhi become the important city? Answer: in the 12th century. Question number 2. Delhi first became the capital of kingdom under the Tomar Rajputs. Question number 3. The coins minted in Delhi were Delhi worlds. Question number 4. The word Tariq and Tariq in Persian language means Tariq means singular and Tariq means plural. Question number 5. Who was the most trusted slave of Alaluddin Khilji? Malik Kafur. Question number 6. The holders of Iqtas were called Iqtidars or Mukti. Exercise. Question number 1. Which ruler first established his or her capital at Delhi? Answer: Anangpala Tomar first established his capital at Delhi. Question number 2. What was the language of administration under the Delhi Sultans? Answer: the language of administration under the Delhi Sultans were Persian. Question number 3. In whose region did Sultanate reach its farthest extent? Answer: during the reign of Mahmud Tughlaq, the Sultanate reached its farthest extent and had marched across a large part of subcontinent. They defeated the rival's army and seized several cities. The Sultan also collected taxes from the peasants and dispensed justice in its realm. Question number 4. From which country did Ibn Battuta traveled to India? Answer: Ibn Battuta was a 14th century traveler who came to Indian Morocco, Africa. Question number 5. According to the Circle of Justice, why was it important for military commanders to keep interest in the peasantry in mind? Answer: according to the Circle of Justice, it was important for military commanders to keep the interest in peasantry in mind because the salaries of the military commanders came from revenue collected from peasants, but the peasants were able to pay their revenue only when they were prosperous and happy. Thus, the military commanders promoted justice and honest governance. Question number 6. What it mean by the internal and external frontiers of the Sultanate? Answer: the internal frontiers of the Sultanate mean the consolidation of the hinterland of the garrison towns. During these campaigns, forests were cleared and the Ganga Yamuna dopes and hunter-gatherers, pastoralists were expelled from their habitat and these lands were handed over to the peasants. They also promoted regional trade through the establishment of new fortress and garrison towns. The internal frontiers of Sultanate means the military expansion into southern part of India, which started during the region of Alauddin Khilji and ended with the region of Mahmud Tughlaq. Question number 7. What were the steps taken to ensure that Muktis performed their duties? Who do you think they have wanted to deft the orders of the sultans? Answer. The Muktis or Iqtidars were military commanders appointed by Khiljis and Tughlaq, monarchs and governors of territory of varying sizes. These lands were called Iqta.